Morning. Dylan, busy day, won't be talking often, but trying to lurk effectively. That's appreciated. I haven't streamed in like 11 days. No particular reason. It does kind of correlate with Kristen starting summer break, but that's not why. I've been doing like a lot of job hunting stuff. I have an interview today actually, but it's like at 6 p.m, so this will not interfere with that. This might actually be like one of the last times I play Final Fantasy XIV before Dawn Trail hits, and it might be more difficult for some time too after that. It also might be the last time I play with base game graphics before the graphics update hits. But I'm gonna just jump in. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it that Yulmore has dispatched the military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume that they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Oh yeah, I didn't think about how, night returning might not go over too well with the big man. Ooh, we got peaches? Peach? No, that's apple tree. That's definitely apple tree. One of the neighbors grew peach trees, and they're beautiful. They're budding big, beautiful peaches already. We want to go to the Docile Gate. Use the Doppler radar to get to the Docile Gate. It's raining in the Crystarium. Oh, I got this big Slime King hat, and it jiggles, and I like it. Oh, my experience bar is in a bad place. That's somewhere better. Yeah, I was rearranging up here for now. It's not gonna live there, but I just need it out of the way for now. I was rearranging these, and I think maybe I have a better thing going on now. I'll be able to more effectively, like, use the keyboard with hotkeys as opposed to clicking on them. But it might take me a little bit to get used to it.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
Quandary. Best use of jiggle physics ever. That's just a portal from, like, Portal. It's the blue one.
Laxon Loft here in Lakeland.
Exact same shape and color.
Has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
I wonder if, like, if he can let go of that. Can he, like, ungrip his, like, calcified arm?
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoren emissary. May I show him in?
One more.
A moment, Captain, if you would.
It's wet.
Everyone, gather round.
Time to conspire. Oh my god, it jiggles so good. I didn't think it jiggled that good in cutscenes.
I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty.
He's hiding us.
Vanish.
He's like, shh.
Enter.
The Lord of Authry himself does not come. It's, this guy, whoever this is.
Well, well.
I don't know
The
you.
commander of the Yulmoren army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
They exposited the name, now I know who he is.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
I love when they play this song.
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned
Benevolence.
that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater.
Man-Sin Eater relations are at stake.
Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to, like, jeopardize our standing with the spawns of Satan that are killing everyone.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind.
You smell bad, and you suck.
Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky.
In fact, it'd be great if more Light Wardens died.
If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
And it is in motion. Man in motion. St. Elmo's fired.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace.
I mean, why are you, like, wearing clothes and being respectful, then just go run buck wild in the field?
But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry.
He's got crazy earrings for a guy with no earlobes.
In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy promptly.
Almost stepped on the green spot.
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
I don't think he does, actually.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Is this artist in the room with us now? You can see with his specialized special eyes. Bang.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did.
Does he know?
He is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters.
Oh, is that what they used to do?
One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
It is noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well. which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man.
If the world's dying, then it's pretty certain that they're going to invade, right?
If truth be told,
Necessity for
I would
resources.
not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Alive?
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Generations of Minfilias? I don't know what that means. Generations of Minfilias? Exactly what I was thinking. Thanks, me.
Of course. How remiss of me.
Hello.
I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and
How
precious
goes
little
it?
time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity.
Cabinet
He
of
will be able to
Curiosity.
enlighten
You are
you.
tired.
No, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own. to
Like the
offer
movie
on
Rubber?
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Brayden, wake up. Have you, like, given it, like, a good knock against the wall yet? Or coffee, maybe? You chugged a Red Bull. Do you have, like, brain fog? Like, are you coming down with something? There's been a sickness going around. And I think brain fog is part of it. Nah? Not sick? Okay. Did you, like, rehydrate adequately after the weekend? Kristen had a dehydration headache pretty bad the other day. You gotta go to the Cabinet of Curiosity. That's where you find shit out. If you wanna know something, you go there. You can recall information, and I can function with your job. Is it feeling very stiff right now? Like you can go through your motions fine, and you're not having many memory problems, but you're just like, you're not feeling like expressive or creative or anything like that? You're kind of like going through the motions. Your ADHD hasn't turned on yet. What if it never turns back on? What would happen then? Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness. I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Everyone loves that guy. Have you seen him? His double? Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Raru? He gives you the Light Medallion? It would be my pleasure to assist. After I finished off some outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle Light, it's called. Sorry, I'll help you find the book you're looking for after you help me find the book you're looking for. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. You're a cool librarian. Very effective. Do you like, Dylan, do you like the jiggle physics on my slime? Like that? That's the best use of jiggle physics in a game. That in Mario's Nose and Odyssey. It makes cutscene, it's the cutscene enhancer is what it is. Alright, we're looking for a little pop-up picture book. Why am I wearing... What is an albinaric? Albanaric. Is that like it's an Elden Ring thing? Oh, those guys? The Elden Ring wiki is down right now. This is a slime from Dragon Quest, which is, I think has seniority over Elden Ring. Alpha News reading Very Hungry Caterpillar right now. I won't interrupt him. Are you enjoying Shadow of the Erd Tree? The book does not appear to be here. You're loving the DLC? Good for you. Don't play it. Yeah, no, I've watched some other people play it. I've seen some of the boss fights. It's everything I specifically didn't want. It's all of the things I didn't like about the base game, like, turned up to 11. It's like it looks like the exact opposite direction of what I would have wanted. You can say spoilers for the DLC. It's not like the plot is something I'm invested in to begin with. I already know who the final boss is. Have you found the book? I did. It's got pop-ups. It's got good colors. I will not hand it over. It's mine now. This is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. Just making sure if others in the chat care. I mean, there's always a risk that, like, someone lurking might care, but, you know, hopefully they can avert their eyes or something. I know who the final boss is, yeah. Yes, yeah. I'm happy to say I finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Time to get our read on. I know who the final boss is, and I know a lot of people who have complaints with who it is. Yeah. I am not an expert in Elden lore, but I have been told that, like, all of the quote-unquote lore of the base game set up the consort character to be Godfrey, but they just, like, kind of made it Radon instead because he's really popular. That's what I've heard. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago, when the Blood of Light threatened to swallow Navrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden of hair spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia. After delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace. But 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. Yeah, I've seen... Oh my god, who drew this? This is not the art style I was expecting, but this is actually really cool. Why is it... It looks kind of like Bratz. She looks like Bratz, kind of. You've heard the level of difficulty is uncomparable to the other bosses of the entire game. Yeah, I've seen the fight. It looks like total, like, bullshit. It looks like everything I hated about, like, the other overtuned bosses in the base game, like, turned up to 1,000,000. I also saw, like, a fight where it's, like, a big lion head, but it's kind of like a Chinese dragon thing. And it's the other kind of boss I hate, where it's just, like, a big thing that's, like, kind of shaking around the room while you fight the camera, and, like, you basically can't lock onto the boss because the camera's just gonna go nuts and into the wall. When Sin Eaters laid rue into the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clear sapphire. I really like this art. What the fuck? This looks awesome. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to be likewise called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. There are two in the second, had a deaf fog breath. Yeah, I mean, regardless of the difficulty, I just don't like the type of boss where it's like a big guy in like a small room. and you're fighting the camera. Like, they gotta stop that. I hate that. Like, make proportionally large arenas for your boss fights. Come on. Enlisting in the Ulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. The new final boss supposedly has very few attack patterns. You have to be prepared for any move at any time. That's a good thing, in my opinion, though. I think the bosses in this game, in that game, typically have way too many attack patterns. Different opener every time. Did you get all the Skibbity shards? Apparently you need all the Skibbity shards to fight him. Like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. With her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, the selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Ilmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Navrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Good morning. Some perhaps. The truth is rather simple. Though the oracles were born with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of the previous incarnations. You're also on New Game Plus 4, so that doesn't help me. I thought the leveling system in Shadow of the Skibbity Tree, like, leveled out your base game. I thought it was like agnostic to your levels in the base game and had its own system going. Does the New Game Plus still come into account on it? Some perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the oracles were born with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories of the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. Can you tell us of the current Minfilia? Who's the incumbent Minfilia? The incumbent. She was found by the Ulmoran army some 10 years ago, and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Valfrey's rule, Ulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, so they kept her under lock and key. This is like an Avatar story. This is like they wanted to keep Aang like locked up so that he didn't reincarnate. For a long while we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was the Ulmoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero of the tales. Indeed, I believe we have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Moron. Thanks, Moron. Might I trouble you for a word or you go? Outside? Can we speak away from this idiot? Personal stat buffs are separate from the base game, scale way harder, and are only in play while in a DLC area. Enemies still get New Game Plus scalings, and from what I've heard, it's tougher than the base game. Nice haircut? I don't know. I feel like it looked okay the day I got it, but I don't know if it looks okay now. I just went to the haircut guy, and said, cut my hair, man. And he said, okay. And then he gave me, like, apparently the cut that everyone's getting. I have a job interview tonight at like 6 p.m, so I needed a haircut before the job interview. He said it's popular with high schoolers, but it's actually better for me because it can hide my 5 head. Like, keep it longer on top and in the front. As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have been wandering the land together. I'm miserable at describing my haircut. Yeah, I kind of just don't want to be liable for picking a haircut anymore. I just want to walk in and say, give me the cut, and then, like, if it's bad, it's not my fault. You got one option, buddy. Well, actually, you have 2 options, but one of them's basically a non-option. I've been wandering. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. What is a skullet? I'm thinking of a Friar Tuck. But while there is plainly some connection between the woman we know and her namesake, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person? Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. It's hard to describe. Look it up. Skullet. Haircut. Oh. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that's not amazing. That looks like... It's like, I want a buzz cut, but I also want to grow my hair out long, and I'm not willing to compromise on either. A mullet buzz cut with a fade. The Ethan era, yeah. Aw. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, taking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. Oh yeah, did they ever meet? He like re-entered the story after the Minfilia stuff happened, right? It wouldn't hurt to have a second. Each individual on our side, right, Rigo? Quiet. I see you've made up your minds. XIV, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, a report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Ulmoran forces at Laxon Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. At present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Ilmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. There's like a Dragon Quest crossover going on now. I couldn't do the actual quest because you have to find like a fate, and it just never spawned when I looked. But luckily, the thing I wanted was just something they give you. So I got Slime King hat, which is it's the cutscene enhancer. It enhances every cutscene. It is nice to have short hair right now, though, because it's miserable outside.
You were doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary.
I miss having long hair, but I don't know. I don't think like my COVID hair looked that great. I'm glad I did it though.
It was not merely the night sky that you restored to us.
Kinda
but
miss it.
Hope for the future of Norvrand.
Yeah, it seemed like you had to camp out for it to spawn, but it could also spawn in like 8 different locations, so like, if it spawned at the one you're not waiting at, then other people are just going to initiate it immediately and you're gonna miss it. It just did not seem worth it. The gear that was locked behind it, like, wasn't that interesting to me either. It's like the burly, like, muscular gimp outfit that they have in all the Dragon Quest games. I'd rather just have the Slime King.
Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you.
The forces are assembling.
My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden and warned me in no uncertain terms that should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war.
Boo.
Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart.
When does the graphics update drop?
My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far.
It's before the actual Dawn Trail release, right?
Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Okay, this might be the last time, one of the last times I play the game with base game graphics then.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching.
Oh.
Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions.
It sounds like it hurts you to talk.
The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Maintenance starts tomorrow and Wednesday.
We can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for?
I wonder if I'll be able to continue playing Shadowbringers after Dawn Trail hits, or if the queue times will just be too nuts.
We've always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost. But even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children
Should be fine.
know a better tomorrow.
I heard that the queue times were nuts when Endwalker came out.
No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
But I feel like they probably have invested in infrastructure since then, so it'll probably be okay. 15 to 20 minutes at worst.
Spoiled the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if I get a 15 to 20 minute queue time, I'll just like pull up, I don't know, like Wordle or the New York Times crossword or something. While waiting.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
That's a spicy answer. You slipped up and cursed on a call. Are you gonna be in trouble? Little Fox Green, Exarch.
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
Which, was it like a level 1 swear word or like a level 10 swear word?
If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy.
Are we the baddies?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
Did they react to it? They didn't mention it.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air.
Dream powder?
Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Can you elaborate on dream powder? I'm a little hung up on that part.
Very good. See to your preparations.
Guess not. The job I'm interviewing today, I'm really hopeful for, because they're very laissez-faire with the hours you work, so I could still potentially stream during a couple hours in the daytime. I would just have to make up for it by working more in the evening.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard.
But no hopes up.
Captain Lena will give you your orders.
I'll do my best, but no hopes up. I also probably, I wouldn't want to push it. I'd be, until I get the hang of things and I have a good workflow going with, then I probably would be taking a break, but ideally that's a pattern I'd be able to fall into eventually. So, you'll be joining the guard. But however highly the XIV thinks of you, you'll have no special treatment from me. Is that clear? What's your salute, soldier? They're more spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempt, certainly. Now, first things first, you need uniforms. Go to the crystalline meeting and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. I did the thing you mentioned, by the way. So, this is the single enemy rotation. Oh, I need to move things around again. They got pushed over. Because I did this on a different resolution. So now things are overlapping a little bit where they shouldn't be. Maybe I can keep that down here still? Is that too cramped? I'll rearrange it more later. But single enemy rotation, and that's just 1, 2, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, Q, E, and then other letter keys on the side. And then the same thing for multiple enemy rotation, but this is holding shift, I think. And then some global cooldown stuff and other things that are on, I want to say tab. And these ones that they're less common are like, I'll just click on them if I need them. Atlas. It might take a while to get used to that, though. Oh, and I gotta get used to what is run on now. Run is on mouse 4? Yeah, okay. I put run on mouse 4. But I feel like I'm probably not gonna see much combat today. Tab would be a poor choice unless you change the targeting. Yes, that is correct. And I don't remember what I've done. I remember I wanted to do cap locks instead of tab, but they don't let you put things on caps locks. I'm gonna have to play around with it more for sure. I don't remember everything I did. Frick. Ismon. Ah, there's the last of them. Birds are being measured as we speak. Right this way, we'll see you like your dashing best in your first outing. Dang. Dang what? Since I added bit rewards, I can't just cheer one to get channel points. What? I haven't changed anything with bit rewards. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see, How goes it? Did they, like, change how bits work? What is this? Message effects? Gigantify an emote? On-screen celebration? What is this? This is a Twitch-wide thing? Gigantify an emote. What is an on-screen celebration? What does this do? Okay. Interesting. That's neat, but that's not going to be captured in the VOD. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's already fit. It's too large. We do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them with some minor adjustments. Well then, see to it, and have the uniforms delivered to the field. That's dumb. And it doesn't work on mobile? I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. Can I add a bit reward that's just one? One second, I'm gonna go to view rewards, power up and channel point drops. Power ups. Defaults, highlight, yada yada, power ups. How do I make a new power up? Wait, can I not edit these at all? I can change their cost, but I can't like add new ones or anything. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy ammo to scatter dream powder on the air. I still don't know what dream powder is. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct? What the? So, you redeem 30 push-ups, cool. It'll happen. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job, and the other from Ostal Imperative. You and Alphina will join the former? Ryugo, meanwhile, you will join the ladder with me. I want to create a bit reward that's just like 1. Wait, how did you do it? How did you do it? Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamile at Spagirix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we shall see you in the field. In the field. Quite far to the imperative, so you may have to make use of an Amaro to make the rookery. You've collected the serum, of course. I know it's like nighttime in the game, but I wish I could turn the contrast up. It's always like very flat and gray looking at nighttime. I think I have brightness on max already. Yeah, or gamma correction. Character lighting's like... You know what? I guess I'll turn character lighting up. Tier 1. So I can't edit them and I can't turn them off. I can only change the cost. But I don't really see people here using those very much to begin with. Like, no one's doing bits here, really. Except for Dylan. Thank you for, like, 1 penny, I guess. It's like a site-wide feature. Twitch is adding a bunch of stuff that kind of makes it harder to use other platforms. Like, they opened up, like, allowing you to multi-stream, but with these, like, bit rewards, and, their like, in-app, alerts, these are things that, like, won't transfer over if you're trying to stream on another platform, too. Yes, sweetie? Is there something you need? One of the guard come for your dram, are you? What? Here you go, a dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Prince's Kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be Crone's Kiss. Yes, decide, the stuff is really foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask that you drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. She's the crone. Oh, I gotta... manually... Right. Oh, that's good. It's getting a good reaction out of my king slime. Well done, sweetie, I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. Now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. I don't know, I've seen a thing or two. Dylan, it is looking less likely that we'll be able to play God of War soon, because Faye is getting more into Final Fantasy 16. Which I kind of wasn't expecting, especially with Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree out. I'm stuck. So, it might be a little bit... Oh, that's cool. I like that outfit. But I'll let you know whenever I get the PS5 back. Regardless of what the situation is, though, we're doing Tomba as soon as it drops. Alright, the rookery. Gotta get a big bird. From Synmyn. What do you require of me? An Amaro to take you to the Imperative, huh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you were willing to lend a hand. Simply say my name and pronounce it correctly, and you will have your bird. Headgear coffer. Iridescent hat of casting. Oh, it's not in the armory chest. because reasons. Because it's full, yeah. What's the best one to get rid of? Legendary Visor. I will never use that. Yeah, that's boring. So let's spice it up a bit. Where is my King Slime hat? There we go. Alright. What do you want? Logistics of war. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperator. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. Shall ready the Amaro for departure at once. Bird. Bird. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road, or you can fly. It is up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry, and she will give you further instructions. Should you become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That's all. Go well. It's like a chocobo, but it looks a little bit more like predatorial. It's like if a chocobo looked violent. I'll try and stay on the bird, though. Oh, it can fly. Even though I don't have the Aether Currents yet, I guess this one's a given. It's got more wings, too. Where are we? I don't really know where we are in the grand scheme of things right now. I will grab that. Don't mind if I don't. Don't mind if I do, and don't mind if I don't. Temporary free flight. Yes. We are thankful for that. Speak with Synmyn at the accessor gate to mount the Amaro, then ride it to the sentry at Radiska's Round. Okay. I guess I should have landed on the spicy spot on the ground instead of the spicy spot in the air, because now I gotta walk all the way back and get the bird again. It's the reward for having all combat classes at Shadowbringers level cap. That seems like a lot of work. Level cap in Shadowbringers is 80, right? Also, I think it's like, maybe today, maybe today specifically might be 365 days since I played the game for the first time. Cause like, you know how, it tells you how old your account is in days on the login screen? I think it's like a year now. Like, to be fair though, I basically didn't, I subscribed, I did almost nothing, stopped playing for like 5 months, and then started playing again in December. So like, even if it's been a year since I started the game, I've basically been playing for half a year. I think like I didn't even finish the old like tutorial area, like first 10 levels or anything first, before stopping for 6 months. could still ride a mount. I just can't fly. Can you fast forward today by like an hour? I really don't want to do that. I would like to keep as much time between me and this job interview as possible. They didn't do what you told them to, but you get lunch in an hour? Alright, just for you, I'll fast forward time, okay? But you might perceive it as the normal flow of time, but for me it's gonna go by instantly. It's a really quick hour. Alright, I'll land the bird on the shiny spot on the ground this time. Got that click remote. Yeah, Sandler moment. I wonder if that mountain range will look less polygonal in a week. Polygonal. Your uncle went to high school with Adam, did he? My mom went to high school with the former senator from Missouri. Claire McCaskill. Oh, you're delivering that Amaro to us? I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Oh. Great. This one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it. To the handler on duty. If you encounter trouble along the way, return here and I'll set you right-wise. I've never seen Grown Ups. Ah, the last Amaro. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? So that is the way of it. You managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostel Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. So the graphics update. Is it everything in the game? Or is it like just character models? Like the environment, like all the bosses from all the expansions, like all the items? Is it everything? And is it like just increasing like the poly count on all the models, or is it like new textures too? Like new shaders? Like how big is it? What is the scale of the graphics update? It's crazy to think the game has like looked the same for 10 years, and I'm catching it at the tail end of how it looks like this, and the majority of time I play the game will probably be in the new graphics. If I stick with it after Dawn Trail, which I probably will. So it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Copper. Applewood staff. What's that look like? That's fine. Not a huge fan of it. We're gonna cast a glam on it immediately. You think I need to... I'm gonna have to do some armory chest again soon, cleaning again soon thing. Blue mage's arm. Red mage's arm. I need... like Black Mage's arm, but like the worst one, the Mog Staff. No, we're not getting rid of the Mog Staff. And that's my Ladybug one, we're keeping that. Yeah, the Aurum one. Augmented Hailstorm Rod. Oh, that's got the Mog Staff on it. That one's probably safe to get rid of then. Oh, it's not even recommended? Oh wait, I already have that one somehow. What did I put that on? Whatever. Cast Glamour. The Moogle staff and the Ladybug staff are my two favorites, and it's not close. I really like this Ladybug. That's so cool. Okay, general lighting engine has been overhauled and they're going through and increasing poly count and textures on the base model and as many of the gear sets as they can get through. Starting from early zones, they're going through and upping the textures on older environments as well. So this is an iterative thing. It's not like the graphics update is going to be all of the update at once. It's like the beginning of the process. As well as adding DLSS. Ooh. So it's gonna be, maybe it's the first chunk of the graphics update happening, and maybe the biggest chunk, but it's gonna be iterative. In readiness for the operation, the Amara will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we've sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them. A task I'm sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amara launch and see to the 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. So are they doing, like... I guess the thing I'm curious about are, like, enemies, right? Like, all the bosses and primals, because, like... I think the bosses have some of the most complicated models. Already. I forget, did I rub that crystal already? Can I teleport to it? That means I rubbed it. Treated fodder. I'm like wondering, because like I'm going through MSQ for pre-graphics update expansions. I'm wondering if like the cutscenes and the final bosses and finales and all that for these expansions are going to look better as a result of the graphics update the graphics update. Alert Amara. Wee, wee, wee. The Amara. Were Amaro in other Final Fantasy games, or were these created as like a counterpart to the Chocobo? I need to look that up. I don't know if these are from something else. No, they're from Shadowbringers. Okay. This is Amaro debut. I'm curious about the textures though, because they did some updates for the textures in Kingdom Hearts when they released it on Steam recently, but it was obviously like AI upscaled. So I'm wondering if the texture updates here are going to be that, or if they're going to be handcrafted. Eat your greens. We. It munches. This Amaro is the relatable Amaro. Gui. Wary at first. Tight wins out and accepts the fodder. So we're gonna crop dust them with like hallucinogens. That seems unethical. Oui? The Amaro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. Fed all the birds. Luke Skywatcher. The Amaro are fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear for any overmounts coming to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of the preparations. Time is nigh. Make ready. No wait deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Why is it like a plot point that my uniform arrives late? It's like a weird little thing. Here, all the way up here. Still going up. Still need to go up somehow. That's how. I found it. Oh my god, we really gotta get up there. It's like climbing Fuji all over again. I need to walk up more big mountains. I don't want to climb, I don't want to scale the sides of mountains, but I want to walk up more big mountains. Fuji has done that to me, and I'm not, like, familiar with mountains enough to do that, to, like, know where to go. Like, walkable mountains. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Oh, that's why. It's just for the, for this. Nice and purple over there. That's her. Or someone like her, at least.
Keep moving. What now?
Crop dusting begins.
I guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
I guess they are kind of lizard-like, aren't they? Officially like a provocation now. I got my trusty ladybug at least. Can I keep the uniform afterwards? Doesn't look half bad.
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
hello.
Is it going?
Yeah. What's up? You want the cactus?
Yes.
Cactus pen.
Thank
Duty commenced. Yep. I already fucked up. I did mess up my my tabbing to target enemies. I'm gonna have to fix that right after this duty is over. Until then, I'm gonna have to click on them. Keep close to the wall. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. When I tried out the new keybinds, I just did it on like a single training dummy, so I didn't even think about like targeting other enemies. It's beautiful. It's like if chamomile was a place. Or lavender. Woman for woman, we are no less mighty. U E R. No, I have vowels right there too. Yeah, no, I have to fix the tab issue now. Do I want to do that in the middle of this though, or do I want to do it after the actual thing is ended? How quickly can I fix it? No, I can't do it in the middle. I really want to, but I can't do it while we're being attacked. I'll just deal with it. I'm still getting used to the new keybinds. I keep hitting 5 instead of Q. Definitely gonna take a while to get used to it. Go on ahead, we'll hold them here. Jonah, have you watched the new Doctor Who season through its entirety yet? How much of it have you seen? So how come some of them fell asleep and some of them didn't? Are they just built different? Not yet. Okay. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe the best one in several years. Bindings. The worst episode was the first one. With the babies. In my opinion. But after that, I think it's pretty good. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Syncred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Like, I've seen people complaining online, but that's gonna happen literally no matter what. I've seen people complaining online. It's like a non-statement. It means absolutely nothing. Like, of course you have. That's what happens online. Why is she small though? Why does a Menphilia get born every 100 years? It's quiet. Too quiet. Ranjit. This guy. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. Oh, he's got the question mark levels, which means we're not actually fighting him yet. It means it's a scripted loss. Into the vermin. Am I the vermin? Are we the vermin? Just you and me, buddy. Careful. You can stop that now. I'd like to be able to get hit in at some point, even if it is a fixed battle. Rigged. These are going to explode. And then those are going to explode. Like that. Uh-oh. Ah, the big push. It seems you are no ordinary soldier. So it's gonna... Yeah, uh-oh. I probably just need to get him to half. I have your measure now, the game is up.
It's over.
Oh. He used I win. Know your folly. Cannot move.
You boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
Yeah, he does.
By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
You have the he just said you have the right to remain silent, basically. There he is. Is our guy. Oh, oh, hello.
Thancred?
It's a better outfit than the one he had before.
You are the wretch who stole her from us. And what if I am?
Gunblade.
Pathetic.
Pathetic.
Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Miles. Oh, he's doing a magic. Reports. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy, Steven. Damn. Got her. He's doing the Omega Strike. Oh. Graviole. He's got the cube. Unstoppable with the cube.
Fool! You would see your city
Ooh,
razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. quite exhausted my tricks.
Bye.
If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmor dare not bear its steel.
He's 80% crystal already.
The Fairy Kingdom.
Fairy Kingdom? We got fairies. I guess they introduced pixies already, right? Top 10 insane Exarch moments. Real. Caught on tape.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds.
Smithers, release the hounds.
Pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already.
So, is there one of him at a time?
Then again, with a soul such as that,
He's got clones.
mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Yes. I'm wondering if there's one of him, like, back home in the Empire, and there's another here, or if he's, like, teleporting.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert.
Wodschwid?
A nation with a proud history
Wodschwid.
that the Sin-Eaters cut short, just like all the rest.
Wodschwid. Yeah.
Since that time,
Jiggle, jiggle,
these
jiggle.
lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
It requires Wodschwid. The bloom here is outstanding. And I don't mean the flowers.
We should be safe enough here.
Took his eye patch off. Does he still have heterochromia? Nope.
It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't...
Why, it only feels like one to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way.
Yeah, he was the first one to pass out, right? So he's been here the longest?
What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin-Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own.
Favorite zone aesthetically in the entire game. Oh my lord.
I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse,
Issue a
I
tissue.
was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Meg. Shut up, Meg.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now.
Well, let's go find him.
Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. It was only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Orianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things.
I think I'm gonna play that Dragon Quest remake trilogy. I think I want to do that.
First, rendezvous with Orianger.
I know a lot of people are like tired of the 2D HD thing now, but I really like how it looks.
And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
There's a light warden for each zone, I think they said.
So, Minfilia.
Which would be like 6 or 7.
What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world.
That's not the question that was asked.
I was asleep when I felt it.
Okay.
A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
2D HD haters have no whimsy in their soul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, sure, Octopath might have a little bit too much, like, bloom, or, like, blur at the edge of the screen, like, processing effects going on, but I like the style in general.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore.
I also think...
And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I think they've improved the style over time, too. I think the Dragon Quest remake looks better than, like, Octopath 1. I like your style in general. Well, at least someone does. That makes 1.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
We're in Brave now. I watched that movie recently.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
It's Emma Stone.
Come now, let's away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let's have some fun. Loads and loads of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
He's just sick of it already. He's not engaging with that.
We've been there so many times, but I can't.
Thancred does not care about Lucky Charms.
Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. Most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. Where we are now, I am sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Don't worry about that. Have a Crystarium tabard. All of them, actually. I think I'm gonna pause here and switch to Mega Man. I don't want to stream too long today. Yeah. Pause here. BRB, be back in a few.